Yeah, I should probably put on the microphone. Thank you, Ms. Brown. So we're going to go ahead and start as a subcommittee, and we will start with Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown, your bill is a candidate for the suspense file, but you will be presenting it this morning.
I would love to take the opportunity, Madam Chair and committee members, to again present a bill that will help those that are aged, blind, and disabled. AB 1548 would reinstate the cost of living adjustment for the state supplementary program for those blind, aged, and disabled folks. It would require, as of January 1st, 2017, an annual cost of living adjustment, the COLA, as measured by California's Necessity Index, the CNI, to be applied to SSI/SSP payment schedules, and requires a maximum SSI/SSP payments that fall below 96% of the 2016 federal poverty level based on the family size, and beginning in 2018, January, maximum payments that fall below 100% of the 2017 federal poverty level based on family size. I acknowledge that this bill is on suspense, but rest assured, I will work with the Department of Social Services, with the Appropriations Committee, and to clarify recent amendments that have indicated that federal poverty adjustments may be based on family size. This is a very important bill for the seniors who are so destitute in our state. I have two witnesses who will, I have one witness, I think, who will speak in support of 1584.
We have witnesses in support?
Well, it seems that she didn't show up, but that's all right.
That's okay. We can keep going.
Yeah. Sometimes with a silver tsunami, we might not make it like we have to, but it just happens that way. I ask for your consideration as this moves to suspense.
Thank you. Any witnesses in opposition? Department of Finance?
Chris Leaf, Department of Finance. We have no file.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Brown. Would you like to also present on ACA 6?
Yes. Thank you. ACA 6, Madam Chair and members, will make 3 changes to the California Constitution that will expand and clarify seniors' use of base year value transfers and extend the current tax exemption for pistachio trees.
Ms. Brown, if you don't mind, if I can just establish quorum, because I know there's a bunch of committees going on, that would be great. Mm-hmm. Call the roll.
Gonzalez.
Present.
Bigelow. Present. Bloom. Bonilla. Bonta. Calderon. Chang. Daly. Here. Eggman. Gallagher. Garcia. Hernandez. Holden. Jones. Obernolte. Quirk. Here. Santiago. Wagner. Here. Weber. Woods.
Thank you. There is quorum, and I'm going to apologize because I'm going to turn this over to the Vice Chair for just a moment while I go present a bill in a different committee, but I'm sure we'll be talking about this. Thank you, Ms. Brown.
Thank you.
Would you like to continue,
Yes.
Ms. Brown?
These changes will help seniors and families with severely disabled children living in homes that can accommodate their needs and protect an individual's right to use the base year value transfer. The measure would also extend the pistachio tree exemption from 4 years to 6 years, and to align the state's constitution with USDA's definition of bearing pistachio trees. I will have my witnesses self-introduce, and if that's all right, that they
Yes,
can move
would you
down.
please have your witnesses? First witness.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members. Rob Grossglauser with the California Assessors Association. There are lots of good elements to this ACA. The one that got it sort of the ball started for the assessors came out of San Diego, where we had vets returning from Iraq and Afghanistan with lost limbs and permanently disabled sort of issues, and their parents, who were not 55, owned homes, and in order to transfer out of a home, a 2 or 3 story, to accommodate their loved one, they were not able to take advantage of the base year transfer because they themselves were not severely or permanently disabled, and they were not of the age that they could reach it on their own due to being over 55. We think it's a good measure. We think that the cost is negligible. Perhaps even with the dynamic revenue sort of estimate, we could see some positives with it. We ask for your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Next witness.
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, Louis Brown on behalf of the American Pistachio Growers and Western Agricultural Processors Association, here in support of the portion of the bill dealing with the extension of 2 years for the definition of a bearing tree for the pistachio industry. Obviously, when this was put into the Constitution, we did not have pistachios in the state of California. Now, with the agronomics and the information from UC Davis as well as the United States Department of Agriculture, we know that they reach bearing age later than other trees and vines. And therefore, this is just a simple clarification actually brought to us by the Fresno County assessor as he was dealing with some of the agricultural producers in that area. So we ask for your favorable consideration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other folks in support of this bill? Any opposition? Department of Finance.
Finances opposes this measure because it will increase the state's Prop 98 general fund costs by at least $667,000 in the first year of operation and at least $1.2 million in the second year. These costs will likely grow in subsequent years.
Thank you very much. Any questions from the members? Mr. Quirk.
Yeah, I'm just concerned that my concern, which is this is 3 very different things appearing. I think it's going to be, as a result, hard to pass, and it may be that the AG has concerns. Have you checked to see whether or not this is 3 different subjects or the same subject?
Well, I know that we talked about it, and I can see. You can? Okay. My witness will answer.
Oh, great.
So, member, thank you for the question. When we discuss this with Legislative Council, germaneness is always an issue. I think, and I'm not going to quote Legislative Council, but in our discussions with them, they felt that all of the items being related to property tax exemption, they felt like it was an appropriate single package. Yes, we're dealing with very different things, whether it be marriage transfers or disabled transfers or when fruit trees actually kick in. But sort of property tax exemption purposes, they felt it was a nice collective sort of issue.
Great. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other members with questions? Seeing none, as you know, this item is on suspense, so we'll wait and see.
Well, I ask for your aye vote as the bill and when the bill comes out of suspense.
Thank you. Wonderful close.
Thank you.
Mr. Linder, you have AB 2088. Mr. Linder, you have a due pass as amended to allow driving to and from work during this, and this is on the suspension, the suspension period. So, anyway.
Are you hinting that I should take my time?
No, just trying to help you out there a little, buddy.
So, Mr. Chair and members, thank you so much. I present to you a bill that will bring hit-and-run drivers to justice and ensure that they are held accountable for fleeing the scene. AB 2088 requires the immediate 6-month license suspension or community service for individuals who plead guilty or no contest to charges with hit-and-run with injury. I want to thank the chair and the
We have a
committee
motion
staff
and we had a second. The motion
for
by
seeing the
Mr.
importance of
Gallagher,
the bill.
a second by Mr.
And
Wagner.
I do accept the amendments. It's a workable and effective penalty at a minor cost to the state, and I can respectfully hope for an aye vote.
Thank you very much. Are there any witnesses? Any witnesses from the audience in support? Any witnesses in opposition? Department of Finance.
No file.
No file. Questions? Ms. Bonilla.
The question I have is, it moves it to requiring. And don't courts already have the ability to enact what you've included here in your bill?
The way that it works is if this is specifically for if there was a serious injury but was pled down to property damage only. Mm-hmm. So this would just take the discretion, make that some sort of mandatory, whether it's the 6-month suspension or an hour of community service if they deem that it's not that big that important of a cost.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, are there any other questions? If not, this action has been properly motioned and seconded to approve. You are out on an A roll call with Ms. Bonilla not voting.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Mr. Levine, you have 3 bills with us today. Your preference on your first one? Would you like to take them in order? Fine. We have AB 1810.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members. I will waive presentation on AB 2539. You can hold your applause for that. And I will begin with AB 1810. Thank you again, Mr. Chair and members. AB 1810 will preserve community access to fresh produce and protect the diversity of our food supply by exempting non-commercial seed exchanges from the California seed law. This is necessary to clarify that the types of exchanges that occur at seed libraries are not in violation of current law. As stated in the analysis, the costs of this bill are minor and absorbable. With me here today in support is Brenda Ruiz with Slow Food California. Ms. Ruiz.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much. Slow Food California is an organization. We have 35 chapters throughout the state with their own memberships. We support this legislation. Some talking points to the fiscal impact. It would be minimal. Currently, no one who exchanges seeds needs to register or pay a fee, only people who sell. The health impact would be that 10% of California residents, or about 4 million people, are food insecure. The exchange of seeds and in seed libraries on small amounts, we're talking small scale here, is very important to these communities to be able to share seeds for fruits and vegetables that they know works for their climate, that others have grown, that works for them, so they don't have to experiment. These areas are also known as food deserts, and we know that access to fresh food, lacking grocery stores within a walkable vicinity, is a challenge, and these seeds, growing seeds, would help with food deserts. Cultural importance, many communities in California are excited to preserve their cultural and biodiversity through the exchange of these seeds and seed libraries.
We have a motion and we have a second.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You were doing so well there. It's very convincing. Anyway, we had a motion and a second. Any other speakers in support of this bill?
Charity Kenyon, a small farmer outside of Galt, and on behalf of Slow Food Sacramento, we ask for your support of this bill.
Thank you. Next witness.
Good morning, Catherine Brandenburg, representing Alameda County, in support.
Thank you very much. Is there any opposition? Department of Finance?
No file.
Any questions from members? Seeing no questions, this gets out on a B roll call with Mr. Gallagher voting aye and Mr. Olenelty voting aye. And no. Okay, Mr. Wagner's an A. Aye. Thanks. Thanks. Wagner. Mr. Levine, thank you.
Thank you.
How about AB 2555?
Thank you again, Mr. Chair and members. I am pleased to present AB 2555, which is a committee bill of the Assembly Water Parks and Wildlife Committee. It extends the sunset clause on several provisions of the Fish and Game Code that will otherwise sunset at the end of the year. The provisions that are extended include the Quagga Mussel Invasive Species Prevention Program, the Coho Salmon Recovery Program, and administrative procedural provisions of the California Endangered Species Act. As your committee analysis indicates, any costs are absorbable within existing resources. There is no opposition. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you very much. Any other witnesses in support? Any witnesses in opposition? Seeing none, Department of Finance?
No file.
Okay. So this is out on an A roll call.
Thank
Next
you
one.
very much.
Not a problem. Mr. Wilk, you have a bill on suspense, AB 1905.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. I'm here today to present AB 1905. This bill will require the Secretary of Natural Resources Agency to conduct an independent scientific study to survey the risks associated with the gas industry's practice and provide recommendations in which would reflect best safe practices in protecting the public. I think we're all aware of what happened down at the Liso Canyon facility. There's 11 additional facilities across the state. One of my concerns, there's one in my hometown of Santa Clarita that I didn't know that it existed, and when I went to tour it, I was shocked that there's been encroachment of homes. There's a school right next to it. And since natural gas is one of the 5 pillars of the energy policy of this state, and so it is important. It's also important that we protect our citizens. So I look forward to working with the chair and the committee as we move forward on this bill.
Thank you very much. Is there any witnesses in support?
My new best friend.
I'm crushed.
Good morning, Corey Bullis on behalf of Environmental Defense Fund in strong support. We do think this is a common sense bill, and when it comes to increasing the safety of our natural gas storage infrastructure, these costs are absolutely necessary. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other witnesses? Any witnesses in opposition? Department of Finance?
No file.
Questions of the presenter? Thank you, Mr. Wilk.
Thank you.
As you know, you're on suspense. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, your timing is impeccable. Would you like to present? Maybe the sergeants, if you haven't already called, we could start calling up some members. Let me throw some names out, folks. If they're out there able to hear us right now, Mr. Mullen, we're looking for, Mr. Stone, we're looking for, Mr. Thurman, Mr. Ting, Ms. Waldron. Oh, Mr. Thurman is suspended. Okay. Mr. Hernandez, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. AB 1669 will establish a bid preference for contractors in the solid waste hauling industry who agree to retain the prior contractor's employees for a 90-day period. As solid waste contracts come up and change hands at the local level, they can create concern and uncertainty for drivers who may not know whether they will continue to have a job after the new contract changes hands. This bill is not a mandate. It simply provides that if a contractor agrees to retain the driver for 90 days, they will receive a 10% bid preference. This bill is patterned after similar law for public transit contracts that has been on the books for the last 10 years. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Very good. Are there any witnesses in support? Well, she tricked us. Witnesses in opposition? Seeing none, Department of Finance?
We note that this bill could result in unknown but significant general fund costs if the Commission on State Mandates determines that there's a reimbursable state mandate.
Thank you. Are there any questions of the presenter? Seeing none, you're out on a B-roll call.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We have a consent calendar. We might just go ahead and dispose of that. We have AB 50. I'm sorry. Could we have a motion? We have a motion and a second. Would you like me to read them all? Oh, that's right, Mr. We didn't used to do that. We have 1554, 1558, 1639, 1670, 1679, 1688, 1753, 1786, 1856, 1874, 2001, 2011, 2022, 2028, 2034, 20. What's that?
The second one.
Oh, we got a second line. I see. 2086, 2101, 2155, 2172, 2201, 2235, 2289, 2306, 2417, 2458, 2469, 2558, 2561, 2574, 2619, 2682, 2739, ACR 144. Those were all ABs. Out on an A roll call. Mr. Ting, you have arrived in a very appropriate time.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First things first, we are waiving presentation on the bill that's in suspense.
Very good. That would be AB 1838. So
correct.
You have AB 1732.
AB 1732 is a very simple bill with almost no fiscal impact. All it says is for a single stall restroom in a public using facility that they will now make it, instead of making it gender specific, they will now make it all gender. So it's no different than turning a single stall bathroom that's for men or for women into a family bathroom. With that, respectfully ask for a vote.
We have a motion and we have a second. Are there witnesses?
Good morning. Alice Kessler here on behalf of Equality California. We're a co-sponsor of the bill and would agree that this will result in minor costs and would urge your aye vote.
Thank you very much. Do you have another witness? Other witnesses in support?
Not on. Now it's on. Geraldine Stapleton, President of the California National Organization for Women, and we are a co-sponsor of this bill. We urge an aye vote.
Good morning. Leangela Reed on behalf of San Francisco Unified School District in strong support.
Any other support? Speakers in opposition? Seeing no opposition, Department of Finance?
No file.
Members, are there any questions? If not, this is out on a B roll call. Ms. Chang not voting. Congratulations. Mr. Stone. You have a couple of bills on suspense. Do you wish to waive on those and present on 1640, or what's your pleasure? Thank you very much.
Yes, that is true. Waive on those bills and present 1640.
Thank you.
And 1640 is a measure to clear up the issue about the PEPRA exemptions that the legislature put into place. As those exemptions have now ended, we've ended up in a situation where about 1,400 employees statewide, about 26 different employers, transit properties, are kind of stuck in the middle where the exemption ended. CalPERS has reclassified them back to or as PEPRA employees, but when they were hired as classic employees under the CalPERS system. And if CalPERS hadn't made that decision, we wouldn't be here today. But what we're just trying to do is protect those 1,400 employees. These are all non-state agencies, so there's really no impact on the state general fund. This is between those agencies and CalPERS. And I ask for your aye votes.
Thank you. You have a motion from Ms. Bonilla, a second by Mr. Woods. Would your witness like to testify?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee members. My name is Kurt Evans. I'm with the Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority, and we are the sponsor of AB 1640. The bill ends some ambiguity in current statutes. It would ensure that all employees hired when the exemption for public transit was in place from PEPRA will be treated in the same manner, regardless of which public transit agency they work for and which retirement system their agency uses. It would ensure that all of these employees would receive the retirement benefits that they were promised when they were hired. Respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you very much. Any witnesses in support?
Yes. Michael Pimentel here on behalf of the California Transit Association. We represent more than 85 transit operators within the state. We're in strong support of this bill because we believe it's a matter of fairness and would make sure that public transit employees hired while the exemption was in place receive the benefits that they were told they would receive upon entering employment. Again, we ask for your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other witnesses in support? Witnesses in opposition? Seeing none, Department of Finance.
This bill doesn't have direct fiscal impact on the state, but we note that it could erode savings to local governments by more than $150 million over 30 years.
Thank you very much. Any questions from members? Seeing none, This action is out on a B roll call.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Son. Ms. Waldron. Congratulations, you're here.
Yes.
You have AB 2438.
Thank you.
The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. Assembly Bill 2438, joint authored with Assemblymember Nazarian, streamlines the construction installation of a new recycled water pipeline or repair, maintenance, or removal of an existing pipeline not exceeding 8 miles in length within an already existing public street, highway, or right-of-way for the distribution of recycled water. And water recycling can provide much-needed water resources in our state. In fact, in 2010, the State Water Resources Control Board adopted a recycled water policy for California with a goal of creating an additional 2.5 million acre-feet of recycled water
the bill
by
Ms.
2030.
Bonilla, a second by Mr. Gallagher. Would you like to continue?
I just wanted to say that this is an environmentally friendly process, and it will save contamination of ocean water in Southern California and help our farmers. Here with me, Glenn Farrell, representing the San Diego County Water Authority, in support.
Very good. That was so hesitant. Please have your witness speak.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members. Glenn Farrell, San Diego County Water Authority. While water conservation is a critically important component to reliable water supply, water managers realize that true resiliency from drought lies in a diversified portfolio that includes water conservation and development of new local drought-resilient water supplies consistent with Ms. Waldron's measure, and we respectfully request your vote.
Any other witnesses in support? Any witnesses in opposition? Any questions from members? Okay, so this is out on an A roll call with Ms. Gonzalez not voting.
Finance is neutral.
I'm sorry. Your stance.
Finance is neutral on this bill. It's consistent with the governor's drought proclamation in January 2014, which directs acceleration of water supply enhancement projects and may facilitate the installation of recycled water pipelines to improve California's ability to address drought conditions.
Thank you on that. Stepping back for a moment, was there any questions from members? I forgot to offer that to everyone. Seeing no questions, this is out with Ms. Gonzalez not voting.
Thank you.
Mr. Mullen. Let's see if I don't mess that one up. Who? Mr. Mullen.
Mr. Vice Chair, members, presenting AB 2286, which raises the current cap on the Contractor State License Board fees and authorizes a new fee to add personnel to an existing license. This bill will also authorize adoption of regulations to establish a process to expedite license applications. CSLB is at its statutory cap for fees. Currently, the board is slowly spending down its reserve. While costs have increased in every area in the last few years, the most significant areas are in personal services, Department of Consumer Affairs, pro rata, and enforcement. If CSLB is able to obtain approval for a fee increase, they will be able to continue working to provide online license application and renewal services, which will benefit all licensees. If CSLB is not able to implement a fee increase, they will have to reduce costs in the enforcement part of the budget. These cuts will begin with cuts to their proactive enforcement program. And with me to discuss this is Laura Zuniga from the CSLB to answer any questions.
Thank you. We have a motion by Ms. Bonilla, a second by Mr. Wood on your bill. Witness, would you like to proceed?
Laura Zuniga with the Contractor State License Board in support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other witnesses in support? Any witnesses in opposition? Department of Finance, I didn't forget you this time. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. No file.
No file. Any questions from members? This bill is out on, with Republicans not voting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Read the suspense. All of these are on suspense? Okay. I'm going to read off the bill numbers for the appropriation suspense file. So they begin with 1584, 1644, 1667, 1690, 1699, 1715, 1737, 1738, 1780, 1783, 1792, 1838, 1847, 1858, 1869, 1882, 1905, 1958, 1983, 2048, 2054, 2075, 2077, 2085, 2091, 2098, 2107, 2170, 2185, 2190, 2191, 2193, 2246, 2277, 2290, 2329, 2331, 2394, 2401, 2411, 2485, 2524, 2539, 2663, 2696, 2711, 2714, 2757, 2828, 2882, and ACR 6 are all on suspense for today. We are have we got everybody's votes? Okay. With that being said, we will adjourn today's meeting. There we go.